Okay, that's all working. Sorry, I didn't expect it that 1 sec. I moved some things around again. It wasn't intentional, I assure you. I'm still getting myself sorted. I went actually on a little bit. I hit the button a little bit early so that there was time for people to filter in. Not a pile of time. Like a few minutes. Yeah, okay, no problem. I know puzzle games specifically aren't necessarily a thing. Whoops. Close that, bring that over here. Okay. I think I have everything sorted. Come on. Now, what the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, I really want to get the diary key, but I need a series of really good things to happen all at once. Doom doom. Doom doom. Hey, Lilypad. Much appreciate. Well, I had a moment of realization where I was like, hold on a second. I know that there's people who have that setting turned on because I've run into that so many times myself. Maybe that's why people are just not hitting the button. Maybe it's not because I'm not entertaining, you know? Could be, could be. Still getting everything sorted here. I have not enough screens. Okay, there we go. Oh, right. So there was an update today. They did some changes to the way things operate. So I no longer have to hold down the sprint key to sprint, which is fantastic. As default to sprinting. Okay, I needed the tomb. So that's like the first bit of good luck. Okay, I also had a thought. Okay, bear with me on this one. Whoop whoop. 3 stream streak. Nice. I had a thought. We know that thanks to our good sir Danny Ravain and oh right, because my yeah, got it. We know how admin keys are done, and we know that a member of staff had an admin key, and the only one that I remember offhand is Miss Babbage. I believe her name was Anne Babbage, if memory serves. So I think it's 4 letters and then the first letter of the first name. I'm gonna try that one name and see what it does. Was it Anne Babbage? Maybe I'm wrong. These are things I never even thought to write down. And I don't even... I think the pantry? I'm going to have to find her name again. I could have sworn it was Anne Babbage. I should start writing down staff names, actually. Okay, grab my allowance and then we're off to the races. Oh. Corner... Also, what was the list of rooms that had corners, or that were corners, or was it a list of checkmarked things? I don't think I wrote it down. Hold on. I took pictures. There it is. Dead cases, corner cases. Parlor, patio. What is that room? Parlor is not checkmarked. So this is literally a corner room. The gems are in the white box. A box with a false statement contains the gems. The statement on the white box is true. Ooh, that's tricky. If the statement on the white box is true, then a box with a false statement contains the gems. If this is telling the truth, then that means this is telling the truth, which makes this a lie. The gems are not in the white box, if that's true. Which then leads one to question where the hell they are. I think I heard about the Mortal Kombat movie. You'd be hard-pressed for me to explain how I figured that. Pantry. That is one that has a check mark. Okay. When we first went through this room, that was early days. That was the very beginning of the game, and we weren't looking for every little thing at that time. We were just exploring, trying to figure out how to get to room 46. So we easily overlooked something and have gotten so used to this room. Yeah, I guess so. That we just are glossing over it now. But it's on the list of rooms of corner cases, and it has a check mark. What is a corner case? A corner case is... How would you describe that? It's like an exception. I think. Please pick up some more fruit before Fridays. We've just been informed we have an extra guest exploring. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 555. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order. Leave it in the pantry. Okay, right away. There's a couple things that stand out in this note. One, the particular listing of the fruits. Two, the name. It's a mix of upper and lowercase letters. Case. That might be it. This is bold typeface. This is lowercase. And we know from the Gates thing that things were sometimes mixed up. Okay. Sometimes words mean more than one thing. Do I need to acquire the fruit? I'm going to make a note of the fruit, and I'm going to make a note of the fact that word is weird. It stands out because it starts with a lowercase letter when everything else is uppercase on the whole page. So I'm going to make a note here for corner cases. I'll write them in order, actually. Patio. It's possible that that's the order you're supposed to solve this in. Nook. Office pantry. So bridge stands out because it's half of the name. Pantry, bridge. And then I'll put in parentheses at, just in case it all matters. And then also I'll make a note of the 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. It's possible that's just how many there are in the house. So we're also looking for patio, nook, and office. I'm going to keep moving. I feel like that stood out. I'm going to keep moving. I keep pushing down sprint, forgetting that I don't need to anymore. Oop, almost went through. I don't need to push down sprint anymore. That's a wiggly boo. Chapel. I kind of don't. That's actually a good spot to use up a dead end. Oh, I should have done the solarium. Shoot. Oh well, more gems is good. Who is this? KL. Oh, we're also on the lookout for staff names. This is a corner room. It's not even on the list of corner cases, though. So we're going to pretend it doesn't exist as far as that goes. The Nook. Nook is on the list. As you continue on your adventures, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will provide to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you. I think we got it. Nook. Beside. I want the magnifying glass because I bet this is important and I never looked at it. I never once looked at this, and I'll bet you that that's important too. This is one of those things I read on like my first day exploring the house and never looked at it again because it's like, oh, it's just a suggestion. It's like a tutorial page. I have a feeling that we're onto something. Ooh, bad spot for the library, actually. Bad spot for the library, actually. I want a 3-door room, prefer. What is happening? Emmy's just followed. Hello and welcome. I need more monitors. I swear. We will keep an eye out for the fruits, though, because that may well be something. I bet you these letters must be important. Something in them we need to know. Because coincidentally have an old one you're trying to get. Old what? What did I just say? I actually was only somewhat paying attention to what was coming out of my mouth. Really, an old monitor. Because what I want to do, here's my thought for this game specifically. My thought process was like, I want to have another screen back here that's like my whiteboard for the because this is nuts. Because either I'd have to have a screen back here, like an actual full size whiteboard back here for everyone to see, or have a monitor that has it, and then have a display toggle, like a scene transition that I can bring the monitor up and have my notes on it so we can all see it. Maybe crazy. Maybe crazy like a fox. I'm not sure. I do want to have the giant whiteboard. Because this is not the last puzzle game I'm going to play. I'm having way too good of a time with this. Oh my god, it really wants to give me the frickin' workshop so bad. And I don't not want it. There's no thing in there. Oh, he has a key, doesn't it? There it is. Pepe Sylvia whiteboard. In film, we call that a murder wall. Another reason to go to the Costco Business Center, for sure, for sure. I drafted the tomb outside. That's big. Yeah, don't go in there. The other reason was a new computer chair. Yeah, I know. This one is such a. You can't even actually. Hold on. If I turn this way. No, you can't really even see it. It doesn't even have a headrest. It has like a cushion wrapped around it. Hold on. I see one of those notes. Was drawing room's not on the list though. Hold on. I wonder if that's important for a different puzzle. Now that I look at it, it stands out as as an odd word out. But I don't see. This is the drawing room, right? I don't see it on the list of rooms, either list of rooms. They have the ergonomic fancy ones. I've seen those. I don't think I've ever tried them out. That was the big thing when the senpai uh, moved into her new place, was getting a proper computer chair. Ooh, I'll take it. I don't want a dead end room yet. I could take the veranda. That's not bad. That saves me some trouble later. Oh, normally it spawns gems or keys there. Perfect spot for the observatory. It does not. Observatory, again, is a corner room that's not on the list. We are explicitly looking for patio and office to complete our set of 4. Okay, now... Oop. I have. Oh, that was a worthy investment. I have not even opened the site today. Hmm. It's good to get rid of a dead-end room whenever possible. Through the hallway, which takes me back to the foundation. I'm kind of excited. I got the tomb. I just need to get her ladyship's bedchamber and the coat check. There's the office, but it's pointing the wrong way. Crap. That's also pointing the wrong way. I kind of want that one too. Why are you all pointing the wrong way? What is wrong with you? Oh, man alive. I'll take security. It's not ideal because it's kind of a waste of a 3-door room, but oh, never mind. I'm cooked anyway. Well, that's the end of that. Orientation is not a choice. Not in this game. Ah, shoot. Okay, well, that's not bad, though. We got two clues. We got 2 clues of 4. I got a good feeling about this. Baby, I was born this way. Whoa! That was under pressure. It was pressing up on the lid of my drink cup, apparently. Boom, boom. If I had half a brain, like obviously no one's taking those, no one's taking the coins out of that fountain, right? What did we see on the security footage? We saw a dude carrying an urn, right? I wonder if that's... I can't seem to interact with it. Hmm. Yeah, he was carrying something. I thought it was an urn. And those, they kind of look like it. They don't seem to have interactability, though. Eight more schoolrooms to the building. It's not bad. Trading post has potential because I can potentially... I want the tomb, though. Shrine. I can take the shrine so I can rotate rooms. 1 coin. Gets me. Oh, my Lord in heaven, I didn't grab my apprentice. Nope, I didn't grab my allowance. Hold on, I gotta burn some steps. Muscle memory has me continually hitting the sprint key, even though it's no longer hold the sprint. I got an update today. There's been some changes made to accessibility options, to things like that. You may have noticed that the cursor is like, I was able to actually make it bigger, so you can see it in the middle of my screen. It doesn't get lost. Man alive, burning so many steps just to go back and forth, but I'm gonna get this. Boop, boop. Blessing of the Dancer, yeah? Yes. That is so helpful. Well, yeah, otherwise, if I had been able to do that, I wouldn't have, the run wouldn't have dead ended with the office turned the wrong way yesterday. It'd be nice to get that extended in some way, but I'll take what I can get. Hey, Gizzy, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. We'll take our free steps. Thank you, thank you. Not ideal to have that way down here, but I'll take it. Sometimes it gives me something worthwhile. If I can get the armory, then I could potentially get the thing that lets me light torches. It was a chilly one today. I was mostly just running around today. I didn't have to go to work today. Okay, office is on my list of checkmark corner rooms. So far the pattern has been that there's a note with one lowercase word. Office is checkmark number 3, west. So far it's making sense. Beside West Bridge. Oh, Tay, you weren't here for this. I was thinking about these corner rooms in the book. In that book, it's called them corner cases. And so when I drafted the first one, we were looking at it and it was like, because it's rooms that we've been looking at from the beginning, and not really seeing, like, we kind of said, like, or I kind of said, I guess, I'm coming into these rooms. I've been looking at them from the start, so there's probably stuff I've been overlooking because at the time, first starting out, it wasn't important then, right? And we kind of made the connection that corner cases. Oh, yes. I was just talking about how I need a whiteboard back here. I forgot what I was saying. Take advantage of that rotate. Yes, corner cases. How that can mean, and we've learned that words can mean multiple things here. That can mean like an unusual situation, but cases can also refer to a couple of other things. And we were looking at the notes, and I realized that half of somebody's name was lowercase, just half, and the whole note was all uppercase. And so cases stood out. In that case, it made sense. So we made a note of it and started looking for those. And now we're here. I suspect there is more mysterious mysteries in the in the thing that I just described. There's also what was it, dead cases as well, I think, looking back. And it just lists a bunch of dead end rooms: lavatory, closet, attic, furnace, solarium. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Potentially something useful as well. Oh, I just swiped back on one of my pictures, and that looks like a vase. I did not. Sorry, but he's sitting on the he's sitting on the entrance hall square relative to this. That is a vase, and that's a hammer. There's vases in the entrance room that I thought was urns. It could be an urn. I don't know. I have a sledgehammer. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna go back. The shadow. I did not catch the shadow moving. I will keep an eye on it though. Was it on a particular door, or like the door itself? The white box is true. The gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. This feels like an obvious. This feels like an obvious one where like this one's telling the truth, this one's telling the truth, this one's the lie. And yet somehow somehow it's not. One box telling that other box what's what. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna try and draft it back around, maybe? I'm already in this room, so I might as well just keep going forward. One box tells another box what a box is. What? Um, you will always draw the library. I don't want the library yet. I need room after the library. I want a string of rooms if I can luck it out. If I can luck it out. Chapel works. I get two directions off this. I'm just donating so much money to the Catholic Church right now. It's crazy. I need this. No, but I don't have access to the tomb. Man alive, I cannot get this figured. I need the tomb and her ladyship's chamber and a way to light the torches. I keep forgetting I need all three things to happen in the same run. Oh, every time you unlock or bypass a security door, a letter is delivered to the mailroom. That sounds interesting. They're box splaining. Nook works. We're just filling space at the moment down here. Appreciating those likes popping up on TikTok, too. Yeah, we can do library. I'm kind of tempted to pull New Clue again. Actually, I think I've read the rest of these. I'm going to pull New Clue again. I feel like there's things I missed. I need a magnifying glass on that book. Uh, 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 uh. I did, but that doesn't tell me everything. Actually, I didn't take pictures of every book, every page. I took pictures of most pages. Yeah, I'm okay. I can do it. I can get 8 back, so that's fine. I strongly suspect this is one of those rooms where there's more than meets the eye. Every room is more than meets the eye, I swear. Oh, what's the patio is the only room left that was a checkmarked corner case. Um, Unusual is fine. Rare is fine. Rotunda is so damn useful because I'm pointed. It's technically a 4-door path. When is a box not a box? A box is not a box when it is transformed by imagination into a rocket ship, robot, mountain, or house. I like that. I kind of want to have a path through, but again, it's a waste of a 3-door room. And if there's a security door in that room, I'm going to be unhappy. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Just in case I wind up getting boned. Oh, it makes sense there would be a knight in the security room. That does fly. That does check out. Because with a security room, I can turn down the occurrence of security doors. There's 1 fruit, 2 trunks, and the broken lever is somewhere? Gosh, dang it. The broken lever is hidden somewhere. In one of the rooms we have created. We can rotate now. Yeah, fortunately, this was the first one because this in particular stood out. If it had been a different room we got first in the luck of the corner case draw, I might not have picked up on that because it's just full words tucked in with the rest. That list of 555 was it adds up to 50 steps. There's only 4 chapters in Dispatch. I guess they're releasing more over time. Can I perhaps draw a dead end room? Closet. I'll take it. Oh, a shovel. Okay, we're back. Okay. I don't. We just desecrated Grandpa's ashes for no reason, looks like. Oh, hello. We got one. We got one. Those have been just sitting there this whole time. This is what I mean, though. This is what I mean. There's just these things that they've been part of the decor. They've been part of the house from day one. I don't look at them twice anymore because they've just there's part of the background. Can I break you? No, I don't know. Like, can I smash this? Like, you don't, you just, the other day, what is it you said? Lily, you said something about how like you're like I'm seeing what's the word? I can't remember what you said. I'm seeing patterns in every little thing, and that's why I'm going straight for it. I'm plugging that in. We made a loop, and I'm plugging that in, as it'll probably despawn out of my inventory if I don't. Two. We're also looking for staff names as well. The book you got from the mama. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one, that was this picture. That was this picture I still have up. Dude is in the entrance in the come on, in the entrance hall, vase, hammer. And in the security room footage we saw, there was somebody carrying a vase, which is why it stood out to me. That's why I looked at it in the beginning. The housemaid. I'm is that the whole name of the book? The suspect list. The suspect list. We're going back. I was using proper names for admin keys, but now we know that the names follow a weird format, right? It's what was Denny's weird one? The first four letters of his last name, then the first letter of his first name. So the suspect, yeah, yes. So the suspect list has these for minors. Richard Scott. Whoop. We have a Richard Scott. So that would be, I'm assuming that's his last name. Scotr. Not found. No, no. That's a minor. That's a 12-year-old. We'll try Dills. Not found. Leeb. We got one. His name was short. I just used the whole name. Network settings. We got one. Admin key Lee B. Lee B works. I'll have to check the other ones if we know that one works. We know there's multiple admin keys because that one employee had his Lieb. What? That was Bo. Uh, I don't even know why you do that, but you did. And now you gotta live with it. Now, what was the name of the LEEB? It's at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Oh. I'm not going to keep that up forever, or very long at all, actually. The timeout setting controls how long a computer terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting from the server. The default setting requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log in. I don't see why you wouldn't push it all the way out to a month. I don't see why you wouldn't push it all the way out. I'm going to say that. Did it? I made an error on that one. It's been temporarily disabled, but we got everything turned back on. We're gonna check out. Oh, I already clicked that one. So just hold on while I check out the admin logs. Oh, would you look at that? We have another admin key. Which means to me that we'll be able to use that one to check another side of the computer, possibly. I'm glad someone's having fun. Ah, it's hot in here. The last cables have finally been laid, and the office terminal has been connected to the central network, given the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate. Funny, we chose to install the server outside of the house to maintain connection stability at all times. A small cavern off of the eastern drive was selected for the server site. My ear is killing me. Also, the server is making things so hot. Canada sings. You're funny. You're funny. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe. I gotta adjust that thing. And we will now begin testing remote access capabilities between them. I've asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. After some deliberation, our network has been renamed Blackbridge. A somewhat ominous name for the project, given the legend from which the term derives, though very fitting. Oh, for frick. Considering we chose an actual cave to house the mainframe. I only hope that our servers do not suffer the same fate that befell those in the story. Fixed a connection error that was occurring between the office and security terminal, and added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network, which I have just turned back on. We now have access to the system from every computer. 3 new admin keys have been added to the network's database. libc, Prov-C, and Hoon U. Admin log view access restricted to the following admin keys. libc, Prov-C, Hoon U. BCU be the last letters I'm looking at? Sorry? Oh, like that. Oh, a note from Prov C. Lee, we are planning something later this year and need to make sure communication on here is not being archived. Are there additional steps we can take to ensure privacy? Already taken care of. We are now bypassing message archiving. Randolph shouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Randolph. There is no Randolph in the list. Good, no one else on the estate knows we're here. Other than Mary, of course, who saw Lee on Tuesday, but who knew has a plan to take care of her. Oh. If it must be done, it must be done. Just see to it the body is not discovered. The last thing we need is for the Red Guard to be snooping around here. She won't be found, rest assured. Let's disperse for now. This is from 1987. I'll meet you all at the safe house in Reddington in 4 days. Then once the inquiry is over, we proceed with our plans for the museum. Resuming operations. Welcome back, Lee. I've been camping out of the old schoolhouse for the past month, waiting for your return. It's spacious, quiet, should prove to be an effective base of operations, outside of the purview of the staff and the Baron. We should have an opening on the first day of September. Can we be ready by then? I don't see why not. Negotiations for transportation are in the final stages. If all goes well, we'll have air passage to Nuance secured for that date. I think Moore is planning a scheduled maintenance soon, so we should wrap things up here. It's time to scrub these logs. They might fall under scrutiny in the near future. Prov C, Hoon, Yu, and Lee B delisted and deleted. Moore, Prov, Hoon, and Lee delisted and deleted from user database. But Moore R should still be there. Temporary access to mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored before routine maintenance. A year later, again, the same thing. Updated access privileges for following account types. Admin access. Full access. Personnel access. Everybody still there, still good? I just got a pop-up thing saying, something was wrong with the chat. Archive access. Okay, we're good. Full access. Plus access to deleted and archive. That's the last page, I think. Hold on. No. RTA is down while we work on a solution to reported terminal connection failures. RTA is working again. Terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. Added stability to access offline through RTA when Blackbridge is open. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added. Root H, admin key deactivated, root H. An admin key has been added. Tom K. Welcome to the team. Added new data. Updated database. Changing of the guard. In preparation for Simon's arrival, inbound and outbound messages as well as offsite connections from outside have been disabled per instructions left by the Baron himself. I'm just shaking the table here. User database. I knew it. I knew it. User. Database. Yeah, I thought I tried that and it didn't work. More R. Admin. Tom K. Admin. Maybe. Must be. Bab A. I spelled something wrong, obviously. Personnel. And then Ruth. Expired. And Ravad. Expired. Plus 3 additional delisted admin keys, which would be Lee B, Prav C, and Hoon Yu. I just looked at the admin logs? Yeah. Data files. Import trophy data. No, I don't need that. Return. Network data exit. Now I'm curious if I sign back in again as a different user. Yeah, it's just blacked out. User database only. So I got in there. I got in there with a key I shouldn't have been working. Is there anything else in here? Going in with like a good. What am I doing? Going in with a good key. These are all on. Oh, those are deleted logs. I was only able to read them because I was logged in with the person who wrote them. New admin key created. The requested name doesn't quite fit our typical length for ring. That was Lee B. And then I'm just curious, does Tom K see anything different? Or does he also have full access? Last cables, all remaining, Blackbridge, regular. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled, and existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has been removed. Deleted logs. I just restored the email inboxes, though, for every other computer on the estate, which means that I now have access to emails that were previously shut down and inaccessible. That is interesting information. Still bugging me. A computer. Right off the entrance hall, we got a computer. We got the security computer. Time to have a look. Yeah, I put the microchip in there. There's an outside of the house, yeah. There's an outside, there's an underneath. It's crazy out there. Log into network. Now we should be able to check our emails if I understand this correctly. Frickin' A. I'm assuming it goes from the bottom up. If you have any more of these red and blue memo sheets, the Baron has requested a handful of each for a new project he's working on in the clock tower. We've solved that. For my part, I can't understand for the life of me why you and the Baron continually insist on confounding my staff. And there's her name, Anne Babbage, and every other person who stumbles upon one of your colored memos. I'm not confident confusion is the best security, but it's not my department, so I'll leave that up to you and the Baron. Okay, so that was about the clock tower time puzzle. We figured we solved that. Mrs. Babbage, I would like to address one potential security vulnerability of having an antechamber lever in the weight room. I knew it. I knew it. I keep pointing at the wrong. Ugh. As the years have gone by, the Baron's frequency of working out in this room has gone from once in a red moon to as rare as a man without self-pity. As such, we find this room mostly relegated to guest use, and given that, an antechamber lever is not only unsuited, but also poses a security risk. I advise we either remove it or conceal it and install a secondary lever to control the south entrance. So the original lever used to be in the weight room, and now... So it is in that room behind, I guarantee you it's behind that wall. We're learning all the lore here. Mr. Darren, sorry for the lagging reply. I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thank you for bringing the issue to our attention. This was not something I had considered, but does seem a reasonable suggestion, and I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he's expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and convenience, so this may be the perfect excuse to allow him to execute those plans should he still wish to do so. And Babbage. Kirk, per our last meeting, effective immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. I think we solved all the puzzles attached to those emails. Connecting to the laboratory without having to walk there. Research logs, pause, log in a network. We're going to remote in. Oh, is it the same? No. Oh, I'm just accessing the security network again. I have to physically go to that computer to get access to its emails. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle this way, wiggle that. I like how those rooms have floors that just flow together. It just really seems like quite nice. Nope, missed it. I tried to get fancy. Phone's on. Electronic mail. Okay, we're in the lab now. Pickle break? Ooh, now I want pickles. Freezer access. As I know you've been conducting temperature-related experiments this past week, I've tried my best to avoid accessing my frozen stock during your normal working hours. However, on Friday I was making my famous black truffle pizza and I had to visit the freezer for a few ingredients. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Response. Please don't worry too much about freezer access. The experiments we're doing aren't very sensitive, and they're already accounting for normal variations due to expected use and staff traffic. However, surprisingly, we did see a major temperature rise on Friday, which I believe may be related not to your freezer visit, but to the use of the furnace in close proximity. We figured that out by accident. In the future, you should try to draft that a bit further away, as the temperature rise from drafting that room has a major effect on temperature in the entire house, and even more so in rooms in close proximity to it. This is like old news for us already. Baron Sinclair. As we discussed in our meeting earlier this week, we will be sealing off the entrance to the Blackbridge server this week, as well as archiving all of our electronic mailboxes and locking access. I'm not sure just how tech savvy we expect the Red Guard to be, but there's more than enough data on our servers that these extra precautions are, in my opinion, very minimum measures that we should be considering given the likelihood of an investigation next month. What was going on in 1987? I am obviously missing something. Who'd that come from? From Herbert Sinclair. Lock it down, lock it all down. Interesting. Remote terminal access, logout. What other computers have we got? None yet? Office has a computer? And I forget the other computer. Shoot. There's four of them. The lab, the security room, the office, and the shelter. I can't get the shelter today because I already drafted the shrine outside. What do you mean incorrect, by the way? Bread and butter pickles. They're such wild. Bread and butter pickles are such wildly different pickles that you can hardly consider them the same in any capacity. They're like two different entire genres of pickle, as far as I'm concerned. Patio. I think patio is on my list. Yep. Two things. Ah, there it is. What do we find? A long buried file cabinet key. Likely opens up a drawer on the estate. So we want. I wish there were things that were bread and butter pickle flavor, just not just dill pickle. I like them both. They both serve a purpose. Look at what we found. The aquarium told us where to find. The aquarium told us where to use. In the archive. We have a note. Buried. Okay, we have a message. Having put the rooms in order, the order in which they appear, buried beside West Bridge. Or buried beside West Bridget, but I assume it's supposed to be Bridge, just the part that was lowercase. So, buried beside West Bridge. We cross a bridge when we're going to draft the outside room every time we go through. Occasionally we discover small mounds of dirt. Okay, so we need the archive, and we need to get the hell out of here and go dig by the bridge. But we don't have a lot of steps, so I need some food. I need the kitchen or the dining room or something. Or to dig up a turnip. I'm running short on steps. It's mocking me at that point. There we go. Pickled carrots are an interesting one because they don't really get soft at all. This is useful as all hell. I've only had them a couple times. Can I break you? No. Now I'm curious. The flowers, when you come in the entrance, the flowers have multiple colors. Are they related to these flowers in the hallways? They have different colors. I prefer my kinda. Like, you know what carrots turn into when you put them in a soup? Or, excuse me. Oh, little groan. You know, I looked at this before, and now I'm looking at it now that I've seen the castle thing hidden behind the wall, and it seems related somehow. Or if you take a carrot and you slice them at the angle, that's important, and then you saute them in butter with onions, beauty. I don't have a vault key. Wait for what? What's going on? An extra 20 steps is appreciated. I have enough extra spare rooms that I'm not worried about backtracking a little bit. I'm running so short on steps, though. I need the food room. That's what I'm thinking. It looks related, like the typeface, the font even looks related. I can't say why. I can say why, obviously. I can't put my finger on why that would be. I could really use a kitchen. L'Orealis. 3 steps is good. Pair of chests, the diamond, key, the apples. Very nice. Very lovely. I want this. I don't need it this run. I don't need it this run. I needed it for... I'll take this one instead. I needed it for being able to light the torches in the tomb, which I don't have access to right now. You better have food. Something. Bananas. Uh-oh. Nope, shoot. Wasted a couple steps there. I hate it. I hate it. But I take it anyway. I don't have any need to go into dehydrated bed. My mouth, good lord. I wonder what dehydrated bread and butter pickles would taste like. Dehydrated bread and butter pickles. Not dehydrated bread with butter pickle. Oh my lord. Oh, Martha. Oh, Christmas. Dehydrated bed, yeah. We'll take this one. You're 8 years old and you've got a beard. It's a great movie. I was a little blown away that it's like 20 something years old or some crazy shit. It's like, when did the movie come out? Like 2010, 2015? It was some ridiculous length of time ago. I have, in fact. We were just talking last week. I need the archive. Nice, nice. Certificate of birth. This document attests that Mary Matthew Epson was born to Lady Clara Epson and Simon H. Sinclair, 4:05 a.m. Tuesday, and the 22nd day of January in the 6th era, 1958. Oh, look at that! We have a symbol in the corner. I know, I grew up very different, didn't I? I've been dyeing my hair ever since. The Reddington Hospital certifies information above is true. A duly authorized officer of the Fen Ares Registrar of Persons. So this would be presumably Fen Ares symbol. Is this all I was looking for? It feels like not enough. Oh boy, what do I want to do? I can draft my way back to the pool without running out of steps. Why am I so short on steps today? My lord. And I can't see what I'm drafting, so this might end in tragedy. Cloister. I hear pups barking. Excuse me. Hold on. I just looked up for the first time. Hold on. That's a 100%. That's where's my pen? That's part of the cipher. I see the C and the E, like the cat thing too. I'll call it the chess room. So all down the left-hand side were the letters for castle, and I don't know if this is intended to be the next word over. I can't zoom in on it. I can just see it. So I'll just write it over X and T. You know what? That makes sense because the picture of the cat, it says CA, and then it's like the cat's in the way, and at the bottom there's a T, right? So that might be that does play out. That's probably a clue for this. Oysters getting maintenance, token appreciation, blah blah blah. It's cheaper and the longer to be generous. Oh, thank God. The dining room at long last. And some delicious country stew pie. I think I do have the boiler room, actually. All of a sudden, I am no longer starving for steps. I don't need that today. But I can burn out that. Have I seen all these? Yes. Relationship chamber, guest bedroom, nursery, bunk room, boudoir. Yes, I have. Hartley. I wonder. He was a trusted staff member. Hartley. Hartley Ruota. Oh, R-O-U-T. That would be R-O-U-T. Route, capital H. Which I think was expired. Yeah, I think that's an expired one. I didn't even try it, but I could try it. I wonder if there's anything else in here that is attached to a name. This is specifically that man's bedroom. I'm guessing the master bedroom can only appear on that side of the house. Prism key. Woo! Denoted in verse. I wonder if this is relevant to the same cipher then. It's written on paper. Play us a ditty. I'm just mainlining my way back out of here, I think. Read notes on the treble scale. Or maybe denoted in verse. We did actually read this and translate it. Maybe that's all it's saying. First words on the blah blah blah. Maybe that's what it's relating to. Whoa! No. Oh, thank goodness I didn't have enough money for it anyway. Scared myself. I was like, all my money! Wonder if I can force a door back into the office. Is there a particular room that I wanted? I don't think so right now. I don't think there was anything I desperately wanted. I'll take a haul to increase the odds that I don't get held up here. Oh, that's like perfect. Collect my steps and be on my way. Sure, now I get the kitchen? Goodness gracious. Oh, there's a banana in here? It was only 3 steps, but still. Okay, heading for the den. An office workshop bedroom because we are headed for the bridge. We collected like no inventory on this run, which is a little weird actually. Okay, West Bridge. Oh. No shit. We found all 3. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't know what's in there. We still haven't found the sanctum keys. This feels like this feels like too soon for this. Cloak. I didn't catch that. Court, cloak, castle. I'm assuming that was the only thing buried beside the West Bridge. It's entirely possible that there was more things there and I just didn't. I think he's like a kid. Okay, I'm gotta point this out. I gotta point out this. You're saying big sigh. I feel like I'm missing something here. I'm gonna. This is outside. This is not contained. This is not safe. This is not confidential. This is outside. Anybody could just climb up this bridge. And then guess what? This is outside. You have access to all this stuff. How this is not a secret. You can see this from the frickin' road. I should have been able to see this from the road. I'm not noticing myself sighing. No, I guess I'm not. The throne room to the drafting plan. Another black print. Starting tomorrow, throne room will be permanently added to... This is the same symbol. Was it the Fenares symbol? This is not at all what I was expecting to find back here. This is supposed to be like where the cave-in happened. I'm also dealing with some things. My wife is being herself. That's what she calls herself, yes. Oh, I forgot I had that. That's life. What do we got? If you have exactly 2 hallways when drafting this room, double your keys. If you have exactly 2 green rooms when drafting this room, double your gems. I think keys are the biggest bottleneck you could run into, because I have enough money to buy most things I want. So I'm going to say keys. Also, double is written over itself. Oh, she's not like that. Hold on a second. I'm going to make a guess that this follows the same format we've been seeing, and it's cipher related. I'm going to guess, and I'm going to insert it as middle of the page, so middle of the cipher. I space I O O. I don't think it's words. Music died. Okay. I think that's everything I could do in the house today. We made a huge leap forward. I don't know. This is what I've got. It's three things, 3 lines. I know. We got footsteps, just footsteps now. Eh. Bunch of keys. Don't need them, though. We're going to call it a day here. We're going to do one more run. What you talking about, Willis? Why are these ones specifically listed? The Garden Hunting Lodge of Prayers. We ready for a bit of time for you? We're gonna do one more. And then it'll be bedtime for me as well. Oh yeah, extra sauna steps. Okay, so first things first. Day 39. If I draft the shelter, I'm gonna take it. Okay, we got the tomb. We got the shelter. It has a computer in it that I want access to. Oh, yeah, that's where the safe is. Look at the symbol on it. That's the microchip thing. Okay. From Moore. Yes, and don't worry, this communication method is fully secure. I am the only lab technician with network access and the only one who uses this terminal. I'm working to get you some more supplies, but I'm not focusing on essentials as I believe there's enough food in the shelter to last for the duration. Welcome back. Though I think it'd be wise if you can do a quick inventory to confirm that. In terms of area, there's not nearly as much room here as I remembered from my youth. If it was just me, I wouldn't mind. But with 4 of us, the space you're going to need for planning, I don't expect this to be a sustainable situation for more than a week. A fortnight at best. I pass the message on, and your uncle says he may have an idea for a more long-term solution, but it's going to require some doing. I'm not sure exactly what he has in mind, but this morning when I looked at today's blueprints, I saw he had drafted the pump room, a floor plan I haven't seen used in a very, very long time. I have a feeling you'll be taking a boat ride shortly. This is the clue that the safe room exists, which we've already been there. It's finally happening. We got confirmation from our source that the Red Guard is coming tomorrow to begin their formal inquiry into the disappearance. At this point, it's going to be too risky to move you until next week at the earliest. Hang tight for now. I wonder what happens when you're in a room and it's undrafted. I wonder. So that one teaches us that the safe room exists, and we have already been there. So that was... When I find clues for things I've already done, I feel a little disappointed, but at the same time, I feel like we must be kind of smart because we figured it out, you know? Interesting. And now I'm going to... I still have it in my head. There's something about... Where is it? The campsite. Oh, that is a tricky one to answer, actually. So I started this out blind playthrough. I'd watched like one trailer, and I'd been told that it was reminiscent of Outer Wilds, which is one of my top 5 games of all time. And the idea is that you inherit this mansion from your uncle, who was quite eccentric and quite wealthy, and you have to gain access to the 46th room of the house, of which there's 45 rooms on the blueprint, um, by some method. And the thing is, though, is that as you progress through the house, every time you open a door, what's behind is different day to day. And it took, I was thinking like 15 hours we'd have this game licked, and we'd be moving on to the next one. And I think it took about 15 hours for us to work out the moving parts of how to gain access to this room and even how to move into the 46th room. And it took another 5 hours or so from there to figure out how to put all the parts together, and then a few hours from there to put the parts together to actually get into room 46. And after 25 hours of play, by the time we actually succeeded in getting there, was the point at which we realized, like, by the time we got there, we're like, I know, right? By the time we got there, okay, I'm now that I know I'm looking for other and even more interesting things. I'm back around at this. But by the time we rolled the credits on We Found Room 46, we were like, we're loading into the next day because we'd already started pulling on the threads of like half a dozen different threads of a dozen different mysteries, moving on to yet something we hadn't even figured out half of yet. And now we've moved on to we're like call that layer 2, right? Layer 1 is ostensibly the core story of the game. We finished the core story of the game, and we were already pulling on the threads of the second layer, and now we're pulling well into the threads of the second layer and finding threads of what might be yet a third layer above that yet, and we're like 60 hours in. Hello. This area is something. That is a gem stand from a safe. This area is important. That's another staff name. You know what? I'll throw it in there. Potential name to try. Nagu R. The gemstone looked like the little plastic table you get in the pizza boxes to keep the cheese from glorping. That's actually really funny. Terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, secret garden. I wonder how important this is. Or good, rich soil. I wonder the relevance of this grid. I haven't actually made a point of trying to aim for digging in these zones to get, like, special stuff. I know I've looked at this sundial, but I should come back here with like a full inventory of tools and see if there's anything in particular that I can do with it. The sundial's the only thing that stands out. It's the only thing that really stands out the most. Yeah, I went in the shelter, so I burned today's possibility of getting the diary key. But we are chasing other things, so it's not the end of the world. And who knows, we might pull the... What the hell am I going to say? We might... My allowance. Yoink. Burn the closet out. Nice. Sledgehammer. Don't want to use that up yet. Hmm. More swans. Rotate. Yeah, rotating is something you don't find out about or gain the ability to do until later. It's I keep expecting because nothing like that really happens. Okay, so here's the thing though. The vase was being carried in the security footage. We broke that, but there was a relevant book. There had to be. The doll is in the living room. Wait, where's the one? This, yeah. Unless there's more going on here. I think I'm seeing something. Hold on. I need the magnifying glass. Hold on. Have you seen all the signs? Route, depart, keep left to Tanner Fork, right, dead end, record each stop on the way. What? Record each stop on the way? That makes sense. Record each stop on the way. That's a phrase. What could that mean, though? Dead end is a kind of room. Hold on. Jor equals name. Jor, major, something name. The fixed. What remains? The fixed stare? I'm gonna have to study the shit out of this book. I want a magnifying glass though, because sometimes stuff is so hard to see you don't even see it, and this looks like this is the same pattern as the cipher. So there might be letters there I just can't even see. And it's right by a castle. So possible relevance. Possible relevance. Could be surname. Oh, hey, magnifying glass. Oopsie. Oh, shit. Open VS Code on the wrong screen there, or the other screen there. Okay. Found a clue, know what to do. Route 8. See, this is the kind of game this is. We are getting in the weeds. That is gibberish. That is gibbles. Can't read that. That for sure says depart. We figured that out. This I'm not sure about. Oh. I can just make that out actually. If I get right in close, I can just make out that the numbers are there. I would not have those didn't jump out to me. Um that's either a page in the book. That's a lot of jumping. Or where's let's just all checked. Just make a list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, however high it goes. So low is 8. 12 is in. All is 1. Rooms is 5 and 14. Corner is 3. The is 13. Case is 4 and 9. Had is 6. Checked is 2. Found is 11. A is 7. Blue is 10. And where was 15? Oh, maybe there is no 15. All checked corner case rooms had a low case clue found in the rooms. Good night. We figured that out already. We did that already. We did that already. We did it from context. That was a clue for it. That was where we left off. I don't remember seeing those little faint numbers there when I didn't have this in my inventory. I think that genuinely makes a difference. Interesting. The clock there reads 1:30, which was, oh, hold on. Lunar rename, Tender Cipher, Uncle Aw, Draft the Sixes. These might all be important. I'll write those down. Tender Cipher, Lunar renamed, Uncle Aw, Draft the Sixes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because that's what he was doing. Draft the Sixes, shifted extras. It strikes me that the rest, that there's that big. Hmm. Dead end major key. Seen all the signs, and there's 5 spaces. 2 rows of 5 spaces. That's a stop sign on one side. And that looks like the dead end sign on the other side. And that's the king piece, so you know that's in the office. Or presumably that's supposed to be the office. And what did I record each stop on the way? Or it could be the on the way thing. It could be the on the way sign, actually, looking at it. Because dead end, yeah, I'm inclined to actually to think that it's the stop. That's this one because of the symbol of it. Hmm. Ooh, yeah, take the pool. That adds more rooms to our pool. Crafting pool, that is. Sure. Pump yard? Pump room, rather. I think I've seen everything I need to see in the aquarium, but I gotta double check it just to be safe. Okay. We're going to burn up some keys here. Empty. Love that for me. That looks familiar. I'm seeing cipher letters. IOO down the middle. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. It's on green paper. Good night. This is going longer than I thought it would. What's the rule about green notes? I honestly cannot remember. I know I knew it. Something like that. I think the only thing we learned about them is green notes are always false when they're in the servants' quarters or the Hartley's room. One sec. Pseudo. For some reason, I cannot remember. A pseudonym is a fake name. Yeah, okay. A pen name. I knew that. Why did I blank on it? Hold on, actually. Hold on. I don't think I've seen anyone by the name of Kirk Darren mentioned ever. As a psoriasis. My brain is so cratered at this point. Oh, puzzle. I mean, chest. Still. One moment. I muted because I had to listen to a voice note. Yeah, no, I totally forgot that I had left. I totally forgot I did that. Um, and I totally forgot Trailhawk. That's the name. I'll try not to be hilarious. I'll do my best. Uh, how are we? How? Sorry for breaking the sound barrier. Yeah, you woke me back up. I appreciate that. Um, I am enjoying it immensely. Let me just check Steam here real quick. I must. I'm 50 hours in. Can you hear me, Trailhawk? Or are you in the ad jail too? We are on day 39. At the moment, we are. Do I have a shovel? I do. Well, where? Ah, gotcha. We're on day 39. Um, we are working. We have, I think, five. Oh, nice. Can you hear me now? Are we back? We are on day 39. We have been to room 46 a couple times. We have found five, I think, out of the eight sanctum keys. We have all permanent additions that I'm aware of open. Um, right now, we are working on finding the location of the clues for the chess room cipher. We just, yeah, that's the chess room, the castle, whatever you want to call it. Um, we know all the pieces we need to get the diary open in her ladyship's chamber. We just haven't had a run that put all the pieces together yet. Have you solved? I have not even. I went into one of the sanctums, saw the crazy contraption that controls it, and said, "I'm going to come back to this later." Um, I have the book that had like I think all of the information I require to rebuild the seals, but I haven't done so yet. We got Blackbridge Grotto open just the previous day, which gave us the throne room, but I haven't seen it pop up yet, and I'm not sure if there's prerequisites to this one. I don't know if there's prerequisites to drafting it. I'm taking my notes at the moment like this. And oodles of pictures. Um, we were actually just discussing earlier. We were discussing earlier that I would like to actually have a third monitor up in the back here so that I can have a whiteboard, a digital whiteboard that I can screen share to chat, or a literal whiteboard in the background would be lovely, and then I can have a full on red string murder wall back here. The former seat of power of Orinda Ares before the current era and the rise of the Red Banner. Highly recommend an app like Miro or something. Um, I think someone, Tay, you had mentioned Obsidian, I think you called it. Because we just found, I think it was a math page in one of these lockers. This one. That the format of the IOO reminded us of or reminded me of of a note in the server room, which gave us cipher pieces. Oh yeah, flipping back and forth through pages is nuts. is absolutely crazy trying to remember what I have where and then try to find it. I'm trying to remember if I've seen anything else that has this format to it. There's the cat drawing in the kennel. We realized that that has to do with this, but we already kind of knew. Castle is a fully complete word. Um, somewhere we found some X's. On the back of the cloister. Screenshots, arrows, sticky notes. Your brain will be less mush. I'm not sure what my next move is at the moment. Um, I know there's something going on in the orchard. I know there's something going on. Um, because we were just out there, I think the day before, and the thing inside the garden shed there was a stand, like a gem stand from a safe, but I have not seen any sign of a safe. I'm super suspicious of the, what do you call that thing? My brain just turned to mush again. I'm extremely suspicious. You beat the full game. um Let me just finish my thought here before I jump on that. But I've been extremely suspicious of the sundial in the orchard as being important, but I can't find any interaction for it yet. Oh no. We're backtracking. I don't have a key card. Oh shit. Nope. Burning steps like a fool. Speaking of key cards, we found the safe house. 5 of the red letters so far. Yeah, I honestly thought this was going to be going into this game. I was saying to someone else, I honestly believed this was. I was told this is. Oh, it's a lot like Outer Wilds. I really believed this was going to be like a 15 to 20 hour game, and we'd be done with it, move on, find room 46, and carry on. Uh, and then we hit room 46, and by the time we hit room 46, we already had like 3 sanctum keys, and we were pulling on the threads. Yeah, that's what a couple people said. We were already pulling on the threads of like the next step of mystery. Oh no, I lost 67. Um, and I'm already starting to suspect that there is probably another level beyond the sanctum as well, like another layer to this beyond the sanctum. I can backtrack to the entrance. I can backtrack to the entrance. Shelter. I took the shelter. What was the last computer I didn't have? Shelter, office. I haven't been in, no, the office is already attached to emails. I think I've opened the emails on all of the computers now and found very embarrassingly that we'd already solved all of the puzzles that all the hints pointed to. The white box is false. The blue box is false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. That's true. Lying. That's lying. I'm getting tired. The white box is false. If that's true, then this is a lie. which means that the blue box is true. Which would mean that the gems are in box of the false statement, which would mean they would be in here. If this is true, then that would mean that they're in here. I always feel like I'm missing a layer here, because I suspected that it wouldn't be in there, but I couldn't quite puzzle my way through it. Oh yeah, I mentioned we found all the microchips. Not ideal. I'll take it. Oh, right, the shelter is shielding me here. I forgot. Waste of a three-door room, I tell you. Always a pleasure to know you're out there, Gorgon Joe. What an odd sconce. I don't even know where the light's coming from. Ooh, good opportunity. If I had the tomb, this would be what I needed. I do not have the tomb. I cannot get the diary key. Should have just banked the diary key, I swear. Yeah, I know, it was weird. Okay, so we dug on the X. Boop, 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 boop. We opened this. It didn't point us toward anything new. No, I was just saying that I appreciate knowing you're out there. You don't chime up often, but I appreciate that you're there. Oh. I have a very hard. I need to make that screen bigger. I have a very hard time seeing that. Welcome back, Red. Y'all run in the same circle. This is a hallway. East or west, I'm not sure, but this is a hallway. That's the archive. No, this is the patio, sorry. And we found what was hidden here. Had to follow the chat, and I appreciate the follow. This is a bedroom. I'm not seeing any other thing jumping out at me. The Blueprints Twitch community. You hit a limit. I didn't even know there was a limit. It's like, what was it? Someone told me, or I was, not someone told me, but I was reading that they'd hit the limit on subscriptions. There was like 2,000 channels they were subscribed to on YouTube, and they hit a limit. YouTube said no more. Well, I appreciate you using that up on me then. Okay, is there anything else in this room that I am missing right now? Like something in these tanks that I am missing right now? What have I found in this room? Thus far, all we really figured out was if you empty the water out of the tanks, you can see this. We dug, we found a key that we took to this filing cabinet. Now, if I was supposed to open more than one filing cabinet, I didn't try. I just tried the one. And I found a birth certificate in the bottom. I think that was all I found in there. And an upgrade disc. And that was all that I have found related to the aquarium. Something else in another tank. I don't think I have that many people that I have followed ever. I think I've got the aquarium completely empty. I did ask. I feel like I need the magnifying glass to see whatever I'm missing here. I did ask, though. This room, this one's done. This is a hallway. Laundry room? Yeah, I asked if there was anything in the tanks that I was or had missed, and I said, like, there. I have a shovel. I need a laundry room. Right in front of that. Right in front of that. I need a laundry room. The fish tanks normally house fish, yes. Normally, I draft a laundry room when I don't care about the laundry room. Or normally, I pull it from the draft pile, rather, when I don't care about it. Yeah, all drains lead to the ocean. Finding Nemo explained this. Oops. I can't even remember. And I've solved so many things that I don't even remember how I did this one. Was it the one that was under the white trees? I actually don't care about the planetarium. I could bump it up. Uh, just because it's a dead end room that I don't care about. Um, conference room's good. We'll bring that down to standard. Yes, yeah, that one was actually pretty wild. Funny enough, we legitimately just realized that that there's a sheet of paper in the music room. Oh shoot, that was a mistake. I'm committed now. That there's a sheet of paper in the music room that kind of gives you a little bit of a hint towards figuring it out. It's likely I will draft bedrooms. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, we got that. Sometimes there's something that is sitting around and I just walk past it. Okay, no, we're good. Yeah, I that's the thing. Well, that's kind of what I was saying. We found in the book A New Clue, I think it was, that there was a sheet of paper that talked about corner cases. and it had the check marked four check mark rooms, two of them without check marks, and one of them was the pantry, and the pantry was the first one that I happened to draft of the set today, and I was like, you know what? This was like the first room I ever drafted. I've drafted so many of these. Does it tell you how many times? Yeah, I've drafted 35 times. I've drafted the pantry. And I've gone through, I don't look at anything. I don't read anything in here. I don't think about it twice. I just go through it, grab the stuff, and go. But it's on the list. And I'm like, you know what? I've gone through that room so many times that I don't see it anymore. So I actually slowed down, stopped, looked at everything, and yeah, I guess. um, and that's when we noticed, looking at the note, I was like, hold on a second. This note has um I'll do this. This note has, good lord, my brain just fell out again. Half of one word is written in lowercase letters. That's what it was. That's what clued us in. That's like the only thing that works here. That actually kind of works in my favor right now. And then what? Oh no, we worked it out. Once we saw that one, because it was, we just so happened to be that one word was half lowercase, half uppercase. Otherwise, I think if I looked at another note, I wouldn't have made the connection. Um, oh yeah, okay. And then we went through the rest in order, and it was like, oh, we have to dig beside or buried beside or something the West Bridge, and so we rolled with it. Okay, my only route forward is through the chapel. A letter's been delivered to the mailroom. But my mailroom is special. It delivers stuff to the front door. So, does that mean there's a letter in the mailroom if I draft it? Or does that mean it's at the front door? Or it will be there tomorrow? I don't actually know. Y'all are having a good time. Looking for that shadow moving on the door that I didn't see earlier. The Rumpus Room! Great Talazar. Tell me your lore. Accurate chessboard. You never know. I'm suspicious of everything now. Biblically accurate fortune teller.
And as it was foretold,
I am loving this
I
game.
am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin.
It is late, but
Find
I'm loving this
yourself
game.
face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
I don't think I've ever seen the movie either, actually.
Faintly in the mist, I see a figure. A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone.
I haven't seen this room.
You will find yourself one day wandering these paths
Oh, for sure. Everyone's welcome. We try to be welcoming.
And waiting, searching for a shadow that will never be cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Huh. I didn't see anything that stood out to me in that vision. Ooh. Animorphs, I think, influenced me with Red Tail Hawk. Little late for a Luck Pit set, but all right. Nope. 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 You never know. Nope. 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 Compass and shovel. Not until I dig up. I am really curious what that makes. Not this one. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying this game. In all honesty, it's both in the sense of I don't need steps, but I could use those. A nice girl with a little rage. Isn't that what? Oh, that's like so many people that I know. Some birds stomp, some birds yoink, some birds drop. What is that? Are we trying to channel some Seuss here? See, now I'm curious. Oh, the telescope isn't even in the list of tools that you can use to craft with. Is the telescope that good? I feel the same way with Outer Wilds. If I could play Outer Wilds again blind, um to be though I never did. I was not able to figure out the DLC. I was not able to figure out the addition to the game. I was able to figure out big chunks of it, but I could not complete it. Is luck a legitimate stat? Contains lots of ocean. It contains lots of space. That's going to be the Thassalophobia. Yeah, we found these letters on the back of the angel. That's good. We are missing a chunk of that cipher though. We are missing a good chunk of it. I should have tried the... Ooh. Good chance for the mailroom. I don't believe I do. I don't believe it's a word. This is what I got for the cipher. I don't know if that's mirrored, actually, but I mean, a cipher is intentionally not a word. It's word substitution or letter substitution. Hold on, Randolph Moore. Okay, that's the first letter. Do these remain delivered to the mailroom, actually? Dropping lore hints on my head? I probably have. Like, I don't know how many times we stared at that picture in the server room of the I's and O's before well, someone realized, like, wait a minute, that follows the format of the cipher. No, I'm telling you. It's castle is one complete word the whole way down. And then IIOO is another one. The angels gave us the X's and such. That's a third row because it's the castle's down one row, the I's and O's are down another row, and then X's, R's, and T's are down the third row. So we have one complete one, and then we're missing from both. We are missing. Um, well, the CA then space to T is CA from castle, T at the bottom. I'm confident of that. I'm reasonably confident of that. I'm reasonably confident. Oh, I'm gonna walk right past them. I hate knowing I'm missing things like that. Simon, my name is Randolph Moore. I am the lead lab technician at Cinca, and I've worked here at Mount Holly for over a decade. I was thrilled to discover you have found our humble lab and have begun to run some experiments of your own. I tend to keep an eye on small spikes in radiation levels on the estate, as it's one of the only ways I can monitor your progress from the outside. All off-site connections to the terminal network have been disabled during your stay. I own this house, thank you very much. There has been much speculation among the staff about the progress you've been making in the house, and they were quite excited when I reported you have successfully been running experiments. I wanted to write to you to let you know that even though you may not see us, we are rooting for you. Best of luck on your experiments, and if you'd like, I'll continue sending letters with helpful tips for you. Do we have Randolph Moore as an admin? We do. He was the main admin. So only one letter has been delivered so far. We need to make that continue to happen. I do appreciate that you're not jumping in. All good. Calm down. All good. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, we got the wind whistling. No, you're the same. You're the same. Oh, hello. We have a secondary lever for this here. I'm thinking, would we seeing them find things and figure it out? Oh yeah, I get it. The frustration is equal to the joy of seeing the moment hit. Would it be possible to find this room without having yet found the underground? I think so. I don't think there's anything down there we had to find. Unless we had to go through once to get the rooms to get the throne room. I'm not sure. Reclaim the crown. Do I have to bring the crown here? From 46? Potentially. South gate is the garden. All right, no worries. Well, to get the throne room, you have to pick that up from the Blackbridge Grotto. To solve for the Blackbridge Grotto, you need all three microchips. One of them is already there. One of them you get from digging beside the bridge, and one of them you get from smashing the vases, which you need. You, I don't. I think technically you could figure it out. I think technically you could figure out the swans. The. I think you could. I think you could do it without having gotten to the underground, but it would be wild to not have made it there yet. Another king room. Oh my god! I almost walked right past that. Oh my god! You get a new clue from the bookstore. Yes. Don't let me forget that I have that. I think that's 6 sanctum keys. I want to read the hint again because there was one. There's one. You can technically get in. You can technically get in there as soon as you unlock the grotto, but you need the microchips. Um, which the clue to getting the microchips comes from the book A New Clue, which comes from the bookstore. But I don't know when the bookstore spawns. I'm not going to make a beeline out, as much as I'm tempted to. Yeah, there's a vault key I'm missing. You jerk. You have to be kidding me right now. One more time. One more time. No, it's not going to do it. It's not going to give it to me. It is so unlikely. I wanted it to point out the door to the side, but yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I hear you. I could actually even buy the fancy stuff today. Moon pendant is useful, but not super useful today. Silver spoon. Nothing's really helpful for me. That leaves me a route if I happen to. If a bunch of crazy things happen to happen, it leaves me a route to 46. Yeah, I was blanking on. Found that. That's all I have found in this room thus far. All right. Oh, it is late. Yeah. Well, I'm going to connect this to this. I'm going to go use that sanctum key, and this will be the end of. So good night. I will be going to bed soon myself. Yeah. Now, I could be wrong, though. This could be the CA from Castle and a T in the middle row. I assumed this was the T on the far row, but this could be the T on the middle row. It's entirely likely, actually. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm not gonna write it down yet. I'm gonna keep it in mind as a possibility. I have to pet the pup, so very important. Foundation. Well, I'm glad I took throne room. Hmm. Oop. Oh, hold on. Yes. Got myself all turned around for a second there. Spooky, scary games? Sometimes. Not very often, but sometimes. Wait a second. What the hell is this? Have I been walking past that every time? No! I've just been scooting down the tunnel. I'd never noticed this before. It just blended into the sides of the tunnel, I guess, and I just realized these are moons. Five, six. Actually, hold on. Is there any of these I know? This is the symbol that's all over the walls in the rumpus room. That's 6 doors. These rooms, I think I can. These rooms do not geographically work together, like in terms of the space they occupy. I think on the birth certificate there was a complete one. I think this one. But it's already late, and I'm not going to dive into it right now. I did say that was going to be the end of the run. And it is. So, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to say thank you to everyone who came, hung out, and especially everyone new. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, fresh eyes is important. I've been going pretty. I've been hitting this one pretty hard for the last few days. I don't know if I'm gonna come back to it again tomorrow or take a day off, but I will be back. I'm just not sure when.